Chat to motherfuckers. I don't know why it's so chilly in here. Every time I come in, it's cold. I don't like it. It's still rise. I'm about to say it still says to stop engage, but it's not. It very much so isn't. TV's taking a little second to cut on. There we go. Yeah. 74. It's still a winter time, mind you. It's still the winter. It's still very much so the winter. They talking about 74 degrees tomorrow. And temperatures have been beautiful. But yeah, happy Black History Month, my babies. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all Black History Month every day of the goddamn year. Every year of your motherfucking life. You understand? But today, we want to say Happy Black History Month to Robert F. Williams, president of the NCAA out there in Monroe, North Carolina. And he actually protected and fended off a black family from being, taken out by the Klan out there in Monroe, North Carolina. So the town is a small town, about 10,000 people in it, and 8,000 of them were part of the Klan. Just to put it into perspective for you. But him and a few other brothers have their pistols, their rifles, so on and so forth, and they protected and defended that family. Robert F. Williams. Also, there was a young black boy, or two young black boys. In school, they were playing a game with a young white girl, and she kissed both of the young black boys on the cheek. All right. She goes home. She tells her daddy about the game. He rounds up the other white guys in the neighborhood, and they run down there to the home, and the boys wasn't there, but they chastised the mom, broke this shit up and stuff like that. The boys got picked up by the police officers first. Police officers took them in, whooped their ass every day, held them, not with a speedy trial, didn't let them talk to their parents. They was 9 and 10 years old, 8 and 9 years old, little kids. Little kids. But they had to sit in prison for 4 months, and Robert F. Williams wrote a letter to the mayor at the time, the governor, whoever, and was able to get them exonerated, pardoned, whatever you want to call it. They were able to go home to their mamas. So, we definitely want to commend Robert F. Williams for, his strides in Black history, Also, after, the Klan tried to come down there and get gritty with that one family, tension was high, racial tensions was high. So, they had their guns out. Everybody was in the road, looking at cars and stuff. See who's coming into the neighborhood, They were ripping motherfuckers out the car, whooping that ass, packing them up, putting them back in the car, sending them out, A white couple just so happened to come by. It was somebody provoked them, and they just so happened to have the same car that they had, So a white couple just passing through, dealing with no problems, end up almost getting hurt out there, Robert F. Williams was like, no, it's not them, it's not them. I promise you, these are not the same people who were doing it. These some foreign motherfuckers, they're not from around here. Look how they dress. He hid them in his house and was able to get them out the way, get them on their way. The federal government said that they kidnapped. They told that he kidnapped them. So he has now not a bounty, a warrant for his arrest for kidnapping the 2 white people, and really they just wanted to see who they was, and he protected them from the black people who was about to whoop their motherfucking ass. You know? So they tried to get him in trouble for it, even though he let them go along their way. He leaves, fleds to Cuba, fleds to China, and he said, shit, I want to come back to America. Comes back home, fights the chase, and lives to see another day. He won his case, didn't serve any time for that bullshit ass crime. So in this Black History Month, we want to say thank you and happy Black History Month to Robert F. Williams. It's the man, he did what he had to do. Happy Black History Month, Charlemagne the God. See what him get down and dirty on Fox News, you know? See, there's certain people you can grab to tap dance, you know? I ain't never seen no Lil Wayne. I ain't never seen no racism. I'm young, I'm black, I'm fly, I ain't never seen no racism. You know what I'm saying? I don't know bullshit. No, Charlemagne is not that guy, you know? He gonna say what the real is, you know? He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck, he don't give a fuck. That's from the tutelage of Wendy Williams, you know? Whatever they feel is right is what's gonna be said. They went up there ripping the Republicans' ass, you know? Because, you know, everybody got this thing right now where they gotta protect Donald Trump, you know? Protect Donald Trump, protect Donald Trump, protect Donald Trump. By all means, despite what he's going through. You know, that Fox News lady was like, yeah, take Trump's name away and think of everything good that happened toward the American people in these first couple months. What would you say about it if the president's name was something else? He said, I wouldn't say you're doing a good job. It's fucked up, you know? The taxes only help out me. Everything else to say, you know, fuck middle and little America, you know? Fuck everybody else at the bottom and only the top get to eat, you know what I'm saying? And they bickering back and forth. And what about the Epstein files, you know? Release the Epstein files. You can't just gloss over that shit. And that's gangster. That's gangster. To not take that money and then lessen yourself or dumb yourself down. It's a badass in this motherfucker. Straight boots, bitch. That's how we do it. But yeah, man. He didn't take that money and just, you know, he didn't take that money. He took that money and said what he wanted. Spoke from the heart, no matter what people was gonna say, even though everybody is protecting Donald Trump right now. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of protecting Donald Trump, Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi is the lady in them court cases with all the, you know, the governors and shit. And the state legislators meet with her and they're trying to say, yo, what y'all gonna, she's an attorney general for Florida. That's who she was. They're like, yo, what you gonna do about this shit? What you gonna do about this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And she pretty much is like, nah, what about their bullshit? We don't got no bullshit. Look at their bullshit, you know? Fuck you for bringing up the bullshit that we got going on. That's pretty much who she is, defend Trump. Then you gotta look at who she is as a person and who she's defended before. George Zimmerman. She's the lady who got George Zimmerman off after killing Trayvon Martin. Happy Black History Month to Trayvon Martin. Now, I remember around that time, that was like my parents, my mother and them using that to say, see, I told you, you know, you gotta be careful, you know. Don't wear no hoodie outside. You can't wear no hoodie. Keep that shit off your head, you know what I'm saying? You can't be outside too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's it was a certain caution placed. I don't even got my chains out. It was a certain caution placed on everybody, you know, to where you had to now tread a little lighter if you was a teenage boy, you know what I'm saying, just walking to the store. They only use pictures of him with the hoodie on to demonize him and stuff like that, even though he got a high school graduate picture, you know. They try to demonize Trayvon Martin. But Pam Bondi is the one who got George Zimmerman out of jail, got him out of prison, got him off scot-free, so that he can auction off the gun that killed Trayvon Martin for millions and go to different white supremacist shows, gun shows and shit, and have autograph, you know, giving out autographs and stuff like he's some kind of hero or something. It's terrible. Pam Bondi made that a thing, you know. You know how she let off? It's a lady named Casey Anthony who her babies was making noise and she lost her mind and took her baby's life. Casey Anthony is not in prison because of Pam Bondi. Yeah, Pam Bondi let her out. He was the attorney general. She could have either sent her to jail or, you know what I'm saying? She said, nah, I'm gonna let her go. You know who else she pardoned? Got them out of jail, made sure they didn't get convicted? Jeffrey Epstein, yeah. 2009, 2010. He was able to still operate and do what he was doing to little girls and little boys because of Pam Bondi. He was able to keep on, you know, keeping with tradition and line. What I'm seeing is she is the defender of evil. If you were to think of evil white people, she is the one who's gonna defend them, you know. And that's why she had that job that she got. And that's why you can't never get a straight answer out of her, because she is doing her job, you know. That's her doing what she do, protecting the power structure of bullshit and kitty fornication, you know. But still we will rise. It's just fucked up that President Trump knew exactly. That's like R. Kelly calling up Johnny Cochran, you know. You know that Johnny Cochran could get you off for doing something outrageous. Let's call Pam Bondi. She can get you off for doing something outrageous. That's why she got that big ass job she got. But there's a fraternal order. The judicial system, there's a fraternal order there. You know, like, think about it. They rub shoulders, they slap hands, they go get their pizza on the island, and then, you know, they see you in court. They can have their little moment, little gestures, and now this person's case is being thrown out. And they're a terrible person, but they hit ratio, you know, they friends, they protect each other's hit ratio. You know, that's why so many exonerations and shit like that. And who's the best lawyer? Who? Think about all the rap songs. Who I want my lawyer to be? What's all the rap songs say? Who you want your lawyer? What kind of lawyer you want? Huh? Kanye deserves an apology. Happy Black History Month to Kanye West and his beautiful family. Minus the demon that he laid with. We need to stop laying with these demons, Jack. We need to know, you know. But yeah, man. Who's the lawyer that you're supposed to get? You're supposed to get a green bomb, a sidle bomb, you know. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, Jack. Why are you supposed to get them? Because they've been on that island together and they can lock eyes. All of a sudden your gun case is thrown out. You ain't even get a tap on the wrist because the judge last name is Greenbaum and your damn lawyer last name is Seidelbaum. You know, all I gotta do is look at each other. He not gonna let his conviction rate go down or whatever the fuck. I know what I'm talking about, man. It's a fraternal order. Pam Bondi is in it. How else did Casey Anthony go home? Tell me. How else did George Zimmerman go home? Tell me. How else did Epstein go home? Epstein went home. It was a family. It's like somebody, he hired a little girl to house sit. Then he started paying her money to do explicit things. You know, she got him off. She got him off for that, you know. It's her job to protect evil. And that's why it's so funny they put it in your face by having her, the Attorney General, representing Trump. Put that shit right in our face by having her. You know, politics in general right now, it's not nothing, there's no intellectual thought being thrown into it. Like you seen Obama, Happy Black History Month to Obama. You see Obama when he was speaking on the situation with the monkey pictures and shit, he was like, you know, there used to be integrity, there used to be dignity in this shit, you know. The game is different now. They got kids playing, you know, baby motherfuckers, you know. He's like, whatever. He basically just rolled that shit off his shoulder because he should have. You got no reason to be mad at monkey jokes and shit like that. If you black, if you know that y'all cool, happy Black History Month, y'all cool. Went to the goddamn Caucasus Mountains and the Georgia caves and created them boy with the damn rhesus monkey. When you see that shit, you don't care about no monkey jokes and shit like that. Because now you know why they call it to you. Flip the script. You know what I'm saying? So get the fuck out of here. And nobody really, nobody cares about that shit that they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not real. It's some fake shit that they made up and try to label you as. But if you was to look a motherfucking rhesus monkey in the face, you'd be like, oh shit, you know, look at Trump right there. You know, that's crazy. But yeah, man, that's why there's islands full of them. Simply because they gotta test your products, you know, lipstick and shit gotta be tested, you know, different medicines and stuff. And you can Google who got the most. Well, not who got the most. You can Google the U.S. population with rhesus monkey DNA. And then, you know, you do the numbers, all that per capita shit, and you be like, oh, you know, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, it makes sense. So that's why you should not be upset if motherfuckers try to hit you with the ooh, ooh, ah, ah. They just in their nature. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, there's nothing on you. There's no sweat off your balls for that. Because it don't got nothing to do with you. They just reenacting their ancestors. Speaking of their ancestors, they found the oldest site of human civilization in the southeast. Like where we at right now, it's the southeast of America, you know. They found a tool, like a stone tool, man-made, next to some mastodon bones. They didn't say they found human bones, but you see the tool, you see the mastodon bones, and you don't see the human bones. That means the human won. The human beat the mastodon, but they don't want you to know who that is. That's what it is. They found that body already. They know who it is. They don't want you to know who it is, because then the Native American theory kind of goes out the fucking window. And you know what I'm saying? How you doing? And that's when, you know what I'm saying, you gotta readjust what the fuck is going on. There's a lot of them being disproven through the 23s and me's and shit like that, getting kicked out the Klan. They money's being dried up. They get government money, like the motherfuckers in Naya. They get money from the government, land and on the reservation and all of that. There's a couple of motherfuckers get kicked off the reservation simply because it's being disproven. They are being disproven. So motherfuckers being on the outskirts of town, having their money cut off and all kinds of shit like that, simply because they don't carry enough of the blood, you know. It's a different kind of, it's a different day, you know. It's a new day happening. I can't tell you the tribe in particular, but they're getting motherfuckers out of there if you don't belong. There's too many people sucking off the teeth of indigenousness, and that wasn't you, you know. Sitting there and reading out the bloodline. But that's what happens, you know. 18 minutes in, 195 calories. Then they could say 20 minutes. It's about 40 minutes left. Oh yeah, this motherfucker early. It's leg day, baby. Yeah. I love a good leg day. Leg day makes me happy. You know who else was in the files? Selena Gomez's name. Selena Gomez was chosen. That's what they said. Selena Gomez was in the files. But she had a problem with her body. You know, like, I think it was her kidneys or something was failing. And she had a problem with some of her organs. That was, what, like November 2017? Kanika Jenkins, 2 months later, disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Now, we know they got these radio frequencies, these low vibrational radio frequencies that they can damn sure push straight through the phone on your ass, control the motherfuckers to do things that they don't want to do. When I look at the Kanika Jenkins video, she don't look drunk as much as she look like she's trying to fight a gravitational force pulling her somewhere. You know, like she's not falling on the floor. She's not coherent though, but you can tell she's fighting for consciousness, like shaking her head and shit. It was a radio frequency driving her ass to go to the damn freezer. That's real. Just like how it was a radio frequency telling certain shooters and stuff like that to take up arms and do certain things, you know? Like, it's not a game out here. They can literally make you like, they can have it set to where you always upset, you know? To where you mad, you got problems with your people all the damn time and shit like that. Or you see certain things over and over again and they start affecting your mind and shit. Like, it can program your ass without you even knowing it's happening, and then stifle anything that you want originally, like your original thought, your original shit that you came up with, and try to marginalize and put it in a box to where you can't put your own self out there. You know, you can't do your own thing. You can only do what motherfuckers want you to do, you know? And that's why in the early 2010s, there was a big influx of she ratchet, you know, the black man with the goatee, with the fucked up wig on, acting like his mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like a reoccurring thing because that worked overwhelmingly. Motherfuckers would show up for you in droves and give you a name to where it was a guy who, if you called the radio station and said, it's my birthday, they would get him to act like that girl, Morphecia or some shit like that, and call you on your birthday. Like, they want you to do that, so they push that shit so hardcore. Next thing you know, you got teens twerking and shit like that. Like grown ass big men and stuff. I'm saying, guys, got the dermal piercing and dangly earrings and shit. I know what I'm talking about, man. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, it's a goddamn shame how they control your mind. But yeah, they control Kanika Jenkins to go in that damn freezer so that they give her organs to Selena Gomez so that she can have a baby, and they can make a super talented, you know, singer baby with her then boyfriend Justin Bieber, and they can snitch that motherfucker right out of her womb and raise it up on that island to be one of the island boys or something. Give them a job later on. You use their body up and use their ass until they mad old, and you get them a contract somewhere, you know, and they can live out the rest of their days okay, full of tattoos and upset about life, but they okay because they got money and stuff, you know. They got influence, people who should never been famous, you know. Like, they have everything in the world, but it's because of what they dealt with, you know. Like, these people had to do certain things to be alive today, let alone to have what they have. That's why I don't fuck with celebrities. Like, I don't pick on them, you know, because you don't know what the fuck they had to endure to, you know, get to what they got and have motherfuckers take it away from you. It's like evil. It's just an evil looking picture. I don't know. You know, have some empathy for these people, especially ones who've been famous since children. Like, notice the ones who've been famous since children are like kind of fucked in the head, you know. This is all they know. This is all they know. Like, this is all they know. They don't know much else, you know. They were born into this, you know. You can't really front that. You can't really fret that. This is all they fucking know. But yeah, man, we rolling. I heard that there's some kind of tree out here, like angel oak tree or some shit like that, and they got angel oak tree, and they got $1 million from Boeing. First of all, Boeing need to take that $1 million and shove that shit into their screws and parts and stuff. I worked down there at Key Logistics before. The shit that they use to put them parts together on them goddamn Boeing planes are ass. And that is why the motherfuckers was falling out of the sky. Cause I had to log all them screws and shit. And it's like, what the hell? It's like, we would throw this one away, right? I said, boy, you better not throw them people away. Boy, you better not throw them people. You better not throw them people. Even I told people shit away. I was like, all right, word. Kept that motherfucker inside of the thing. And it's just another piece of another part. When somebody got to use it, they got to log that shit. Like, it's super duper extra secure, you know. But it don't mean that it's good stuff. Stuff is not good. But yeah, I heard they gave $1 million to some tree to keep some tree up or something like that. And it's like, just fuck the people at the bottom of the bridge downtown, right? Anytime you go downtown, if a motherfucker down there with a sign or something, I ain't ate in 2 months. Just fuck them. Fuck all the good you could do for the homeless. I'm gonna put this $1 million in the tree. What the fuck the tree gonna do with the $1 million? How is the tree gonna use the $1 million? What you gonna point other trees around? I don't know. Like, what could you possibly do with $1 million for a motherfucking tree? I don't understand. But they got it, you know. Shout out to Angel Oak. May stay strong and mighty. I mean, shit, you know. But that's the thing that we got in America. We don't give a fuck about, you know, the homeless people and stuff. Homeless veterans. I feel so bad for the veterans, man. They go overseas, like the Vietnam guy, you know. You always see a Vietnam guy with one leg in a wheelchair. He like 30, he outside with a dog bagging. It's like, come on, man. You know how many people he killed? All the medals and shit strapped to his damn shirt. Motherfucker got a Purple Heart. On the goddamn side of the street, begging for something. Then you got abandoned buildings all over the place. But everybody's funneling their money into whatever the fuck Trump Epstein got going on. So you know what I'm saying? These people go unnoticed. And it's like, what can we do about them? Then you see videos, old homeless people on the side saying, oh, I don't want to go inside this thing because they're taking black people in here, not black people, they're taking bums in here, killing them, stealing their things, and you know what I'm saying? Just killing them. So I ain't going in there because they killed them. They killed everybody that went in there, all the homeless people. What you do with them after that? Took their ass to McDonald's. Took their ass to, you know, Burger King. Anybody who need that pink meat, you know, grind that ass up, put them damn bones. There's a solvent that you can dissolve bone. They did it with a chicken bone. You could dissolve it in there and make plastic. You could dissolve the bones in that liquid and make plastic. They found a way to sell death many times over, besides insurance. Figure out how to sell your meat. They can sell your body parts. Like, it was a bio lab, and I forgot where it was, but they were selling body parts. You know, it was like a human chop shop. They were selling toes and ass, and arms and legs and everything. You know, and the FBI went in there, and they was throwing up and shit. It's something that really happened. Nothing even that long ago, you know. You don't think they were selling meat? Grinding up them saying you can't store all that dead ass. Where you getting all this dead ass from, you know? But yeah, speaking of dead ass, Epstein is alive. He never died. He didn't hang himself. Maybe how everybody was saying that. It's because he didn't hang himself. Epstein is alive. He's already been spotted in Israel, you know, in a disguise. The cadaver in which they said was him doesn't really look like him, and it's missing a key piece of evidence on his body, which is a tattoo. Look at the autopsy picture of the Epstein boy, who they say is the Epstein boy. He is missing a tattoo on his arm that the other pictures of the Epstein boy has. That's crazy. Then his FedEx account has been used as early as 2024, as late as 2024. If he supposedly died in 2019, his FedEx account was just used in 2024. It was sent from one place to a company that he bought to store his private jet. I guess they had a private jet attached to the damn company. You buy the company, you get the private jet. Bought the company, got the company and the private jet. Something was sent there. Donald Trump used that plane in 2024. Do what you will with that information. Think about it. He don't got Air Force One in 2024. That's Kamala Biden on that motherfucker in 2024. Okay. Man, listen. That motherfucker in them damn files so many times. It's ridiculous. And they protected him. Pam Bondi doing her job, boy. Make sure the motherfuckers don't go up there to, Presidential Avenue, wherever that shit is called, right across from John Podesta's pizza restaurant with the goddamn funnel from the White House to the pizza shop out there. Speaking of tunnels and portals and shit, did you know in Dubai, if you was to zoom in on Dubai, right, they have islands. And on those islands, it's a string of islands called the world. All right? Now over here, you got America, where it says Missouri, Kansas, California, Texas, New York, New Jersey, it's little islands. Individual with those names on it. You come over here, it's the same thing for Europe, same thing for Africa, just a bunch of islands named after different states and countries around the world, from different continents. The motherfucking portals under the White House, there's different portals in every state. You find the motherfuckers, you end up right over there. They already got them. That is how they getting the kids to different places. That's probably why Epstein chose Little St. James in the first place. Because that damn shrine that they got over there with that blue and white shit with the little phoenix on it, inside of there is a damn portal. And you can go from America to over there in Dubai, or all them shits over there. And you probably can get to Haiti from that motherfucker. You can get to Cuba from that motherfucker. You can get to Little St. James from that motherfucker. Or you probably get to the Dog Islands from over that motherfucker. Well, yeah. Chris Cornell went down there. And he went hungry. That's what he said in the song. Yeah, if you listen to the song, listen to these musics, you can see that these people was trying to tell us, There's a lot of people who were trying to tell us everything that's been going on since the beginning of time. They were dismissed off as crazy and shit. Man, ICE is crazy. ICE is insane. They got a compilation right now. ICE is just doing the most to people. Oh God, y'all seen that? ICE is just out here. They doing some crazy stuff, man. I don't know what they got going on. Speaking of ICE, I seen there was a video restricted for 10 minutes because I said ICE. That's terrible. Restricted for 10 minutes because I said ICE. That's terrible. I don't care though. But I seen that they went and, they restricted it because I showed what ICE was doing to people. So I showed what's legal under the eyes. It's on the news. It's on the TV. I showed what's legally shown on TV on here that these people are doing to the American people. And you see what they identified it as. What does that say about the administration? What does that say about the power structure? What does that say about these motherfuckers? You understand? If you saw that, and my reaction was, oh, and your reaction was to restrict my shit because of what they did, how do you feel about what y'all are allowing to happen to the American people? If you was to block it out because you saw me show what y'all allowed to happen. You understand what I'm saying to you? You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? You motherfuckers are abhorrent, man. Motherfuckers are terrible, man. But yeah, ICE, them same people who just popped this lady in her face with this close range, non-lethal weapon here. That's crazy. They did that to her. But yeah, ICE, they had a lady cop, lady ICE member in a nice little outfit. Her car broke down in front of somebody who's a person of interest, got the hood up, acting like she got car trouble. The man see this fine ass lady come outside to help. All of a sudden, she tell him to put his hands up. Arrest him. Paddy wagon come. and take this man out of here. Man, you can't make this shit up. That's like something out of a movie or something, out of a cartoon. They just straight up pulled up on him and, you know, took him out of here. Kids in the house, wife in the house. Straight took him out of here like he the problem. Like he the problem. What they trying to do is get rid of soldiers who's gonna fight for them kids, you know. That's what it is, man. But now they putting the soldiers together so that they gotta fight for their kids. Something's gonna come out of that, you know. You can't keep people down when they're trying to come up, you know what I'm saying? And that's all America is about. And that's just so terrible, you know. They're trying to starve Cuba right now. Nothing could come in, nothing could come out, you know. Get down and lay down, that's how they be. That's how we be, you know. That's us, we in there, man. It's ridiculous, it's abhorrent. Just leave people alone, you know. But if we didn't leave people alone, they'll try to kill us. But we've been trying to get at Cuba. Like, it's a lady who her father was like a German captain on a boat, you know. He would drive a ship. Now, he had a daughter. I forgot her name. But the daughter ended up falling in love with Fidel Castro. They had a baby, had an abortion, all kind of stuff. She goes to America. She's hired by the CIA. CIA sent her out there, back to Castro. It's like, yo, kill him. You gotta kill him, you know. Here's the cyanide, get him out of here, you know. She was about to do it, but then she talked to him. She's like, yeah, I'm in love with you. I can't do this to you. Man, they were trying to get him for a long time. They were trying to get her to get him. And that was pretty much her job. But she said she met with two different people, you know. Anytime they gotta mess with like something diplomatic, you know, they gotta confer with the council. She was on the council for some reason. They met with the dude who was gonna, the dude from Watergate, the theft from Watergate. They met with him and laid the plan out. And he, you know, he pretty much briefed them on what he gotta do with the Watergate situation. Another person she met with, I think his name is Lee Harvey Oswald. We know what he's known for. You know, pretty much briefed him on what he's supposed to be doing. You know, it's just crazy that everything is being uncovered now, you know. Like, shit can't be hidden no more. You can't lie to the people because the information is readily at our fingertips now, you know. You can't hide all the stupidness that you've been doing, you know. Like, different things have been redacted and had to be re-redacted and all kind of shit. Like, man, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy time. Crazy world. It's a crazy time. Hey, yo, shout out to the USA Women Olympic Hockey Team. I heard they out there taking parlays up to another level. The US Women's National Hockey Team are baddies on the ice. Out there outscoring motherfuckers. Well, they outscore every team 36-1 right now. Every other country only scored one goal on them the whole series, the whole time. That's Americans, baby. It's American excellence, you know. They don't even get that cold here like that to be having no goddamn hockey American League team. But guess what? Kicking their asses. Shout out to them ladies, you know what I'm saying? Doing what they do. You know what I seen the other day? Aaliyah got she got a song called More Than a Lover, right? Now we know how Aaliyah passed away. Aaliyah passed away on the airplane, right? In that music video for More Than a Lover, It looks like she in the cockpit of an airplane, and there's engines running beside her and stuff. And they keep doing this. They keep doing that. That's the main dance that they was doing, you know. That's the main dance. She do her freestyle, but when it gets to the hook, they doing that right there. That's what her and the background dancers is doing. They keep making references to flying and the driving, plane falling out the sky. Every damn chance you get. At different times, the background dancers is pointing to the plane in the video. It's like, damn. We need to look at, I don't know if that was Hype Williams, but Hype Williams is the type, you know, he's supposed to be like the, you know, like the videographer demon or something like that, you know. Like he did certain stuff, certain videos for cash. What's the ominous feelings to it, you know, and different demonic symbolisms and stuff, you know, Hype Williams. Happy Black History Month to Hype Williams. We out here, man. 40 minutes in, might leave 41 minutes, make 19 minutes. 439 calories. And we can get into our legs. Yeah. But we getting it in. We going. I like what this does to my quadriceps. I'm doing this every day. I like what it does to my hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? Makes me feel good. Remember when the ports was going on their strikes and stuff because they heard screams coming from them canisters, coming from them shipping crates, some shipping containers. Now, if you go in it and you're not supposed to, you lose your contract and you cost the company millions and you probably go to jail. So you can't open it. Only people who can open it is who we're supposed to go to. Even though you hear screaming and stuff like that, motherfuckers is going on strike. Hey, yo, we gotta be able to check this cargo if we hear people coming out this motherfucker. Y'all just letting it go through, you know? And they went on strike for that. Do you remember that? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And now we got all this Epstein crap. And we know where this stuff was going to now, you know? We know where it was going to, you know where it was coming from. It's insane what they got going on with us, man. It's insane what they're doing to the American people. And how we just gotta, you know, just gotta live with that motherfucker. It's insane that there's people who still could look in tyranny's face and kiss. You know, they could still look at the ass of evil and start eating. That's insane to me, yo. But, you know, still we rise. I digress on all that bullshit. Happy Black History Month. Everybody who's black and doing their thing. Happy Black History Month to motherfucking MC Hammer, baby. OG. MC Hammer's big OG, bitch. You can't touch that. Think of who the most gangsters right now. Off the top of your head, quickly. Think who the most gangster in hip hop of all time. MC Hammer, boy. MC Hammer, 2 gold Desert Eagles. Going up there to death row. They was picking on Hammer. Everybody want to say something about the Hammer. You want to go and interview all sell out like Hammer. He pull up to death row with Crips. Death row is a blood organization. Pulled up with a few good Crips. 2 gold Desert Eagles. Hold them boy up at gunpoint. We gonna talk about this. MC Hammer walked out of there with $1 million contract, boy. I'm sorry, Mr. Hammer. Here you go. As a token of my gratitude, of my appreciation. A token just to say I'm sorry. Here you go, right here. My apologies, sir. $1 million contract. You got the white people to give him $1 million. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Please, I'm sorry. Don't come down here again with them goddamn twin Desert Eagles. The Hammer came down there with 2 hammers. He's done every dance that's ever been done, ever about to be done. the greatest hip hop dancer. Chris Brown is not hip hop. Chris Brown is R&B. As far as a rapper that dances, MC Hammer's number one. Happy Black History Month to MC Hammer. They try to say he was broke. The U.S. government tried to take his money. They tried to take his money. You know what he does? He takes a little bit of money he got left. He invests in Silicon Valley. He invests in the Ring camera. He invests in these things. Invests in that thing. Hammer got money now, bitch. Hammer back on top. Happy Black History Month to MC Hammer. That's right. Motherfucking genius amongst men. You know? 45 minutes in. 45 minutes in. 488 calories burned. We still going, baby. We still going. We ain't stopping. Can't stop. Won't stop. Yeah. We still going, baby. Still going. 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left. More than half of it is done. And I need to disassociate from you motherfuckers, actually. I need to disassociate from you motherfuckers, actually. So I sit here and act like y'all know I don't exist. It get a little easy. Having to keep you motherfuckers entertained so that my what you call it? So that my shit don't get flagged for copyright infringement. Gotta keep talking. But yeah, after this we're gonna do our legs. Gonna go in the squat, Xbox squat, and a leg press, leg extension, leg curl, adductors, abductors, our flamingo kicks, our deadlifts, our calf raises, standing calf raises. Then we're gonna go into our oblique, our wood chopper variants, you know. We're gonna go into our abs, just a bunch of crunches. I wanna try the cable ab crunches from the ground, coming up, coming down. That's some golden era ab workout, and I wanna try it. I haven't looked at the mechanics of it enough to know what the hell is going on. People be talking shit. I be trying stuff. I don't be knowing the mechanics. I just get a feel for it. You know, it's not about what other motherfuckers have said is right and wrong. It's about how it feels to you while you're doing it. If you feel that strain, god damn it, you doing your thing. You know, motherfuckers don't understand. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. I like this shirt because it shows, the sweat shows up. And this shirt, I'm gonna buy more shirts this color. You know, I used to I'd like have like a friend or something like that, and I'd leave my clothes, I'd leave my shirts and shit, just walk out with my chains on and my coat, cause that's how you know I put in work. I walk out with my chains on and just my coat, my coat, my chains, my boots, my jeans, yeah baby. To that motherfucker there, I leave my shirts and stuff. See your churn going to school with a big ass shirt on. A big ass shirt on. Motherfucker. I like that. That's funny. It's weird. It's weird. That's very weird. But here we are. I don't like this because no matter what I do, I can't speed up the time. I can speed up how I move and everything. But that hour gonna be an hour, goddammit. Shit. I stopped twisting my hair up because it's putting that damn chemicals in my hair and make my eyes burn when I get on this motherfucker here. When the shit trickle down my forehead. You see how I ain't been complaining about my eyes burning? Cause I ain't use that shit in a minute. That Jamaican mango lime. That bitch toxic. I'm gonna talk to y'all live. Here we go, man. I'm not even like sweaty. Well, that's because these fans is blowing hard. They're blowing on me. Definitely happy about that. I ain't even on flex. Coming up on a 10-minute mark. finish. Be done. 534 calories burned. Gonna keep on burning the motherfuckers. I'm trying to get it to where I eat about 1,000 calories and I burn about damn 1,400, 1,500. Because you burn weights. When you lift weights, you burn calories as well. You know, you just don't have no counter on a motherfucking machine to tell you how many calories you burn when you lift the weights. But you do. Don't let nobody tell you that. So I'll probably burn about damn 2,000, 1,800 a workout. You know, I only eat about 500, 600 calories a day. Shit, that ratio, balance out. You know, get things right for you. 10 minutes, about 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. And I'm not tired, of course. I don't even know shit about tired. Tired is a figment of your imagination. It's not a real feeling that you can really feel. You know? Some shit made up by Sam Walmart and the Democrats, Ronald Reagan, to get you to spend money on shit you don't need. Have you out there drinking Gatorade, all that kind of bullshit, pre-workouts and stuff. God gave you everything that you need as soon as you woke up in the morning. So, you know, fuck tyranny, fuck capitalism, fuck classism, fuck racism. We go up above and beyond all expectations. And that's how we come back a little bit better tomorrow. That's how we come back a little bit better next week. That's why next month we were at our best ever. Next year would be the best that we ever been in a while. Every day, motherfucking ass should be trying to get better. At least try. God bless a trying man. God bless a trying woman. Trying to do whatever it is that you doing to come up. You know, be ahead of everything. You know, be happy. Really, that's what motherfuckers is chasing. That's what I'm up here on this thing doing. Walking up this stairway to heaven. Because my happiness is at the top of it. The mountaintop, so to speak. And once you get up there, don't you look down at everybody and see ants. Don't you spit on motherfuckers. And don't try to throw stuff off the mountain to keep people scaling that bitch with you. You should be building a plane, a platform, so that your brothers, so that your sisters, your children, your children have a platform as well. The job is to build brick by brick, stone by stone, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. Build a platform, you know, foundation, something steady into which you can live upon, you know, a start. There's nothing wrong with not having a start. There's definitely something wrong with not providing a start. You should be upset. You need a start. Day one, so to speak. Place to draw that inspiration. Push you to the next place. Happy Black History Month, Tyler Perry. Exactly what I'm talking about. Line by line, script by script. Tyler Perry gonna motherfucking get it, boy. Tyler Perry's on TV right now. He was on TV an hour ago. He's on every black channel right now. He owns television. Whether it be House of Pain or Are We There Yet? Are We Done Yet? Him and Ice Cube was together on things, I think, you know. It's like, the motherfucker owns it, man. Now they got this new movie with Joe. I ain't even seen it yet. But they got people in such an uproar, I can tell you what happened without ever even seeing a piece of it, you know, without seeing a second of that motherfucker. And that's just, that's funny to me. It's funny to me. Anytime something is good, you know it's good by how many scenes motherfuckers have described while you're just in passing, you know. Motherfuckers ask you, have you seen this? It's like, yeah, oh, you know something is good. Yeah. Motherfuckers start trying to get you to see it and stuff, you know. Oh, God. About 5 minutes in. 5 minutes left. And 588 calories. I like how that looks. I love how that looks. We're moving along. We're moving fast. Well, you know, we get ready to do our legs. I love a good leg day. But I like the quadricep pain. That's my new thing. Because, you know, quadriceps are a very sexy muscle when you think about them, you know. Like when you feel them with your hand, when you're walking down the street, kick out your leg a little bit, you feel that muscle just, you know, you feel the ground cracking around your feet with each step. The quadricep muscle is a good one to be working out. It's a good feeling, you know. It's becoming one of my favorites. Leg day is becoming one of my favorite days because the part that I dreaded about it, I took the dread out of it by always having to do it. So before I do anything in this motherfucker, I gotta do this first to unlock the rest of the gym. You gotta be up here for an hour. And now you can have the privilege to lift some motherfucking weights, gain some strength. But first, your fat ass got to get the jiggling and gyrating on that motherfucking Stairmaster on that 7 for the whole hour. You know? And you feel it in your body. You know, stuff gets less and less jigglier by the goddamn week. You know? And you'll feel it. My target points, of course, on my legs and my love handles on the back of my back there at the bottom. It's fully graspable. It's not a good thing to have as a man. We'll work on it, you know. There we are. Getting that money manifestation. Wipe me down. Getting the dirt off myself. We're moving up though. We're moving fast. We'll be done before you know it. 57 minutes in. 57 minutes gone. Can't even believe I'm at this point right now. I'm happy. I'm happy to get to this point right here. The Carpaccia usually comes up after an hour. There's no way I've been on this thing for an hour. And I think they did that so that my restriction leaves. They restricted me because I showed what ICE did on the news, and there was a compilation of them hurting people with different non-lethal weapons. Everyday regular Americans, white people. Really, that's what I seen. I seen them attacking a bunch of white people. But, you know, I showed that on this little TV. You know, this little TV here. It was on the news. I showed that, and I had a restriction. You know, like if you restrict my shit for showing what the president is telling these people to do to these people, what does that say about the administration that we in? What does that say about the news, you know? Shout out to the news for promoting what's right. Not promoting what's right, but showing the story without bias. You know, this is my first time I'm noticing that. You know, like it's not like 100% biased towards what's wrong. Yo, they trying to sell you a $5 meal for chicken sandwiches, nuggets, or drinking fries. It's crazy. Well, that's not bad. That don't sound bad. But it's a Mac chicken. You used to be able to get 3 Mac chickens and a large fries for $5. At least $5.50. What's happening to America? I want y'all to watch this last minute with me as we get ready to get off this bumble clock machine. Happy Black History Month to Bob Marley. Happy Black History Month to Marcus Garvey. Happy Black History Month to Mansa Musa. Happy Black History Month. Listen, all right? I'm not gonna sit here and say fuck them. All right? They black too. Of course, some of the motherfuckers gonna be ignorant, you know? It's like that with everybody, everywhere. There's people who are part of a people who's ignorant. Mansa Musa is a black man. Bob Marley's a black man. You know? Come on. Marcus Garvey. How we gonna have Black History Month without Marcus Garvey? It's a black man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, shit. Yeah, let's not leave them out. You know what I'm saying? The foreign blacks, you know. Yes, some of the foreign blacks are very weird. Yes, we know. We know that they have a problem with us for no reason. They are stupid little brothers, like how they see us. But that's the mentality that they have. So we gotta kiss them on the cheek, pat them on the head, and push them out the goddamn room while you continue to smoke. You understand? Go do what you do. Leave me alone, little brother, you know. But here we go. Time to get our legs